The Guardian reported that Felicia Sonmez was fired by the Washington Post for trying to get Dave Weigel fired for retweeting a bad joke. Mr. Online reported that Mexico, Bolivia, Honduras, and Guatemala boycotted the Summit of the Americas. Cuba, Venezuela, and Nicaragua were not invited. The National Herald reported that Zelensky banned 11 opposition parties. Fox News reported that Texas House Representative Brian Slayton introduced a bill to ban children from drag shows. This is a good idea, and it is progress. Matt Walsh of the Daily Wire, Charisma News, and the Christian Post have all reported on Baka Bazi happening in the United States. Fox 10 Phoenix reported that 3 Templetown Lake police officers were placed on leave after watching a man drown. Uvalde was not an exception. Disclosed TV reported that Mike Pompeo was summoned by the Spanish High Court in relation to the CIA plot to kidnap and assassinate Julian Assange. Mir News Agency reported that a Mossad assassination unit was taken out by a drone operation in Erbil. Al Mayadeen reported that Iran is speeding up production and installation of new centrifuges. The Daily Mail reported that Iran is close to completing its nuclear weapons program. In my opinion, the Islamic Republic of Iran needs a deterrent. In These Times reported that Starbucks, Amazon, and Trader Joe's are unionizing. That is a good news story. The World is One News reported that Donetsk sentenced Britain's Aidan Naslin, Sean Pinner, and Moroccan Brahim Sadoun to death for fighting for Ukraine. Fox News reported that Isamaman Atute was acquitted by Montgomery County Circuit Court of the murder of Jerry Smith. Smith had posed as a woman during a sex act. The Sunday World reported that loyalist preacher Peter Halliday said Catholics are rats who should be dealt with by rifle and grenade. This is sectarian bigotry. The Echo Live reported that the Free State military will undergo NATO training in Cork. This is a violation of Irish neutrality. Quartz had the headline, "In Estonia, life is good, maybe too good for ethnic Russians." This is straight out racism. The Scotsman reported that Nicola Sturgeon launched a new Scottish independence campaign. The vow still hasn't been fulfilled, as Holyrood still has not got Devo Max. The Daily Mail reported that Nicholas John Rosca was charged with attempted murder for trying to kill Brett Kavanaugh. This is a direct result of Chuck Schumer's incitement against Kavanaugh and Gorsuch. LifeSite News reported that Matt Walsh received death threats since releasing the documentary What is a Woman? If abortion zealots and TRAs had truth on their side, they would not need to try to kill people. Breakthrough News reported that Uruguayan politician Luis Almagro was called a murderer by a Party for Socialism and Liberation activists at the Summit of the Americas for supporting the lithium coup in Bolivia. Yahoo reported that US corporate profits are up 25%. NPR reported that corporate profits are at a 7-decade high. Sky, the BBC, and The Guardian reported that inflation in America and Britain is at a 4-decade high. Al Jazeera reported that Janine Áñez was sentenced to 10 years for leading the lithium coup in Bolivia. Quinnipiac reported that Joe Biden's approval rating is 33%, his lowest yet, as Americans' living costs are up $460 a month. Let's go, Brandon. The BBC reported that the British government wants to ditch part of the protocol. They want to create green lanes and red lanes. Green lanes would be for goods destined for the 6 counties, and red lanes would be for goods destined for the Free State and the EU. The bill aims to end the 6 counties being subject to EU state aid and VAT rules. A certain YouTuber said that this would be a problem. In any case, the European Commission is taking legal action. Cork Beo reported that NATO warship HMS Enterprise was docked in Horgan's Quay in Cork City with a Union Jack on it. This is a violation of Irish neutrality, and like the ongoing occupation of the 6 counties, it is a violation of Irish sovereignty. Mer News Agency reported that Iraq killed 8 ISIS terrorists in an airstrike. That is a good news story. The National Review reported that pro-abortion and anti-life terrorists Jane's Revenge issued death threats. The group targets pro-life offices and pregnancy centres. It's called Jane's Revenge, but Norma McCorvey, also known as Jane Roe, was pro-life and dedicated the rest of her life to overturning Roe versus Wade.